another episode of the Music PRODcast. Tis the season. We finally reached December 1st. This episode comes out on December 1st, on the Friday. I'm joined this week by my co-host, the scholarly, well-read Owen Viragos.
Oh, didn't see you there. How's it going, guys? Welcome back.
And also joining us this week, our roommate, Curtis.
What's up?
This week marks the countdown to Christmas. So, do you guys have
countdown?
Do you guys have your Christmas
Advent
shopping all
calendar
done?
yet? Oh no.
Or shopping?
Barely.
I thought you were talking about advent calendars.
That's true. Did you do that?
That's the main thing
Ever?
I miss about my childhood. Yep. Advent calendars.
Yep. We always got like a cardboard one that you like just pop like a little flap open and there'd be chocolate inside.
Oh yeah, you'd sneak like an extra day,
Yeah.
and then you'd regret it because the next day you wouldn't have one to eat. And
I used to wait it out. Everybody would take theirs, and I would wait till like the 10th of December or Christmas Eve. Yeah, and I would just.
yeah, that's the willpower I just didn't have, I guess.
Yeah. This week I was trying to look for news and I was struggling a lot. So thank goodness right before we started, Owen suggested that we talk about the Grammys, or else we would have been talking about Snoop Dogg's uncle reopening his rib joint. Which,
Are you serious?
Yeah. That's,
Oh my gosh.
that's some news. We're not going to go into it.
We have to
'cause-
start clearing our news stories with each other. This uncle,
Snoop Dogg's uncle.
has a rib shack.
Yeah.
And he's reopening it.
Yep.
So it's not even like he's opening it, like it's just being reopened.
Yeah.
Snoop probably just got him out of debt or something, right? Yeah.
But in important news,
What was your other one? Let's get that out the way. then.
okay, it's also
Snoop Dogg related?
no. It's a study, some stats that have come out on streaming and listening habits of people. What would you guess an average person spends on music a year?
On just
That's
listening?
including
What's that include?
subscriptions, live shows, paying for tickets, buying CDs, not any merch, but just CDs, shows.
Your average fan or music fan?
Average, on average. What do you think someone spends? The average American.
Because I feel like there's more people that are just like your very average, not average fan, but not hardcore fan. Like I feel like there's more of those than like the hardcore ones that spend, over $1,000. Like, I don't know. I'd probably put the average around $100 then, because there's some people that spend like zero.
Curtis, what do you think?
Well, how much is Spotify in a month?
$9.99.
$9.99. So what?
Apple Music is like, well, for me it's $5 a month.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, anywhere between 60 and like whatever it is, 10 by like 120.
Okay.
I would say.
You guys were close, just a little bit under actually. It's 156 a year.
It's because concert tickets.
Yeah.
That's what I was trying to like include into it.
Yep. Yep.
I
I
guess that
probably
makes
spent
sense.
like $250 this year on concerts.
Oh jeez, don't even. Oh, bro, I spent that on probably. I think J. Cole alone was something like $200.
Yep.
Per ticket.
What percentage of listening time do you think is spent streaming music opposed to listening to it on the radio or digital downloads or physical copies?
How much time is spent?
Okay, so the average person spends 32 hours a week listening to music.
Really?
And out of those 32 hours, what percent do you think is spent streaming music opposed to listening to it on the radio or listening to a digital download or a physical?
14 hours.
30 of those hours.
30 of those hours? So Owen's saying like 90%. Curtis, like you said, how many?
14.
14 hours, so like 50?
Yeah, around
A little under. Yeah, Curtis was actually pretty close. It's 41%. That's, yeah. So when someone's listening to music, 41% of the time, they're streaming. But the surprising thing is that the other 24% of the time it's radio still.
What's the other time?
14% is digital downloads, 11% physical copies, and then 10% is other.
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 Okay.
illegal music. It's not surprising that streaming's become more popular, but it is surprising that radio's sticking around, I guess.
And does it mean like radio is in like radio on streaming services as well? Because doesn't Spotify have a radio? Apple Music?
Yeah, I
has
think
kind
that
of
counts as
radio.
streaming, though. The other bit of news that is completely unrelated to music stuff is a story about a duck. If you were to go grab a drink with an animal,
It's gone slow.
what
gone lazy.
What animal would you grab a drink with?
Grab a drink with?
Yeah, what animal? Yeah,
From like what climate type? Like
anything, any animal.
Any animal I wanted.
Yep.
a drink?
Yeah, drink. Go out to a bar, grab a drink.
Probably a koala.
That'd be a good one.
I feel like a koala has seen some things, you know?
I'm just trying to think of one that would just be chill. Just like
Monroe. You'd grab a drink with Monroe.
yeah, where is she? She's not in the shot right now. But you know,
Hanging
yeah,
over
that's
there.
my answer right there.
Okay.
A cat.
Well, there is a duck in Cholmondeley, North Devon, which is in the UK.
Yeah.
That is almost like a mascot to this bar. The owner of the old courthouse owns a duck that wears a bow tie, and he actually drinks beer.
Yeah.
Like he actually sticks his bill into a beer
that
beer
legal?
glass. I'm not sure if he's 18 yet, but I don't think that law applies to ducks. Hopefully.
Jeez.
But an unfortunate thing
Gotta get
happened.
here somehow.
An unfortunate thing happened to him.
Yeah.
this
probably had
past
liver
week.
failure.
Actually, he got attacked by a dog. Yeah.
Where did you find this story?
A duck wearing a
Reddit.
bow
He goes
tie
on Reddit.
suffered injuries following a brawl with a dog in a pub. So
Is he alive though?
yeah, he's still alive. He's
Oh,
fine.
man, okay.
But this duck got into a bar fight with a dog. So that was my other bit of news that I was bringing up before Owen suggested that we talk about the Grammys, which is actually news.
That last one's just a tragic story about
Yeah.
that poor duck.
But
He's just down on his luck.
yep, duck down on
Stuck
his
in
luck.
Yeah. Oh man. Well, yeah, I'm glad that I
Yeah.
was able to snuck my recommendation in there
Yeah.
last minute. So yeah, let's talk about some Grammy noms then. That's good though, you know.
The big
That's
news
something.
this year is that there are no male white artists nominated for Record of the Year or Album of the Year. The nominees for Record of the Year are Redbone by Childish Gambino, Despacito by Luis Fonsi, The Story of OJ by Jay-Z, Humble by Kendrick Lamar, and 24 Karat Magic by Bruno Mars. That's a pretty
You
big
said
deal.
it, man. You said it.
Out of those five, who do you think is gonna win?
Commercially, Despacito
Yeah, that's
won. Critically, Jay-Z won.
You think Jay-Z? Yeah.
Yeah.
This is voted by
And then like
by
I think
critics, right?
Yeah. I don't know. And then like just like fan wise and my personal favorite, Childish Gambino. But
Yep.
that's just me. I think Jay-Z because like I don't know, it's kind of the first time like his music's really got like really good attention again because it was so open
Yep.
and like just bare
Yep.
and like just in depth to him.
Especially with the like political and social climate in the
Yeah.
States right now. That is a pretty good chance of winning.
Yeah, his whole like kind of ties in with like Kaepernick that I've talked about even on the show and stuff, especially around like this time. I think he got voted for like Man of the Year or something like that. Like,
Yeah.
you know, so yeah, like I don't know, that's kind of where people are reaching towards. So I could see that happening, honestly. Humble, that's like my least
Yeah.
favorite song off that album. So I don't think it's a record. I don't think that is worthy of Record of the Year.
Yeah.
I love that album, but against those people, I don't think so.
Curtis, what's your bet?
I mean, I'm partial. Like I saw Bruno Mars in the summer, so I would like to see him win personally, just because I enjoy his music. Like he has that whole sort of like retro vibe, for lack of a better
little
word.
Motown.
Yeah,
Yeah.
type of deal going on. But I feel like Jay-Z, just because, like you said, the whole situation
Yep.
in the States.
By Motown, I
Bruno
didn't mean
deserves
Motown
it as
at
much
all.
as anyone else.
I meant funk.
Sorry.
I meant funk music instead of Motown.
He has a bit of Motown.
Yeah, that's true.
But do you think, actually, has Bruno Mars got a record of the year yet? That'd be interesting to think about. Because he's someone that I wouldn't be surprised if he had one, but I'd also wouldn't be surprised if like he hasn't gotten that recognition yet. But he deserves it.
I was about to say, I feel like he deserves it.
He got a Grammy for Record of the Year for Uptown Funk last year.
There it is. Okay, there it is. So yeah, he's gotten his like cred.
Yep.
Not to say Jay-Z or any of those haven't. But.
And then Album of the Year, the nominees are Awaken My Love by Childish Gambino, 444 by Jay-Z, Damn by Kendrick Lamar, Melodrama by Lorde, and 24 Karat Magic by Bruno Mars again.
Very similar, except Lorde instead of.
Yep.
Well, I haven't listened to the Lorde actually yet. I really dug deep in that. I like her sing all of her songs on the radio before.
Yep.
This from a few years ago. So, are you asking who do you think we could?
Yeah, who do you think is gonna win?
Are we putting money on this? Like, what's going on here? Is this part of the game?
We can follow up on it. I think it's gonna be Kendrick Lamar. I think.
Really?
Yeah.
Because he got snubbed for Album of the Year.
Maybe, yeah.
Oh, that'd be cool. Because like that's like a classic thing. Like he got snubbed when Taylor Swift won over him.
Yep. But
he won like $8 that night or something. So he has lots of Grammys.
Yeah, that'd be my bet.
I could see him getting that, or I don't know. Think about all the accolades Childish Gambino's getting right now.
Yeah, that's true.
Think about all of his Golden Globes, all this stuff that he's getting film-wise. Like, if he just has a couple more Grammys on the shelf too. Like, I don't think he has a Grammy yet, actually.
Golden Globe, Writers Guild Award.
Yeah.
Nothing. Emmy. But
okay, yeah. So he's got all that, but no Grammy yet. So I actually really hope he gets it then. That'd be really awesome for him. Because like he's just his trophy case, doesn't have that many missing after that.
Yep.
So.
The last section I want to look at is Best New Artist. The nominees are Alessia Cara, Khaled, Lil Uzi Vert.
It's Khalid.
Sorry.
Lil Uzi Vert?
Yep.
Wow.
Julia Michaels, and SZA.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not
just like RZA.
Not SZA.
RZA. SZA.
Like RZA. He called RZA RZA.
That's the letters.
He wasn't wrong, but he wasn't right either.
Yeah. Who's your vote? It's definitely not going to be Alessia Cara because she's Canadian. I don't think that's happening. I don't think Julia Michaels is going to win either.
You know what? I could really see Khalid getting it.
Yep. Yeah, me too.
Me personally, SZA is my favorite on that list. But Khalid, because of his image and how much of a following he's accumulated this year, and like the good image and everything he puts out, like, I don't know. I could see Khalid getting it.
Yep.
Easily. Yeah. But SZA would be my vote if I was.
Okay.
I love SZA. Her album Control, that was top notch. Yeah, I love it.
Curtis?
No, I agree with Owen.
Yeah.
Khalid, for sure. Yeah, like no question.
Right? Like, he's like huge right now. Like, it went overnight. Like, well, not overnight. Like, I get that stuff's over lots of time, but it seemed like this year was really his year. Moving
on to the song that we're going to take a look at this week. We're looking at Deception Bay by Milk and Bone, which is a Canadian electro-pop duo. The single Deception Bay came out on November 21st, so about a week ago. And
someone played that song in my work the other day, so I just had to say it. Bobby Shmurda.
And it was licensed by Bond Sound. I don't think either of you have heard of them. I definitely hadn't before this. They're a Montreal music company. They pretty much do everything. Artist management, they're a record label, booking agency, concert promoters, and also a publicity agency. So they do everything. I don't know if I mentioned this before, but Milk and Bone is a Montreal-based,
Montreal-based
French-Canadian.
dog treat manufacturer based out of Montreal.
What?
That took you a second, right? Have you ever heard of Milk Bones?
Oh, yeah.
Like the dog treat?
Yeah. You just completely lost me there.
It's all good.
The first thing I want to bring up when talking about this song, the first thing that I noticed was the high pass filter that was put on the drums in the first verse. So you know how the drums come in, and then when the vocal comes in, they sort of just take out all of the low and middle frequencies of the drums, so then the vocals can sit on top of that. And it's sort of just making space for the vocal, which is a pretty common technique that people do. I know that Drake does it for sure. Like he does almost the opposite. He takes out all the really...
Takes out all the highs.
Yeah.
And he just has his voice just being the highs. That's kind of a cool technique that like before like was not used at all. And it's still like looked down upon for like radio. I feel like they still want something that's gonna be as loud as possible and like have as many frequencies as possible, as many harmonics in there and all that crap. So I feel like it's kind of interesting because this still is a really poppy song. So to see it kind of used like so widely, I think it gives a really cool sound to records. And it's cool, like you said, it have the drums sitting on top instead, like have them being in the higher register. But then it just makes it that much more powerful when they kick in and you hear
in the chorus.
Yeah.
Curtis, what did you think of the song? Like, did you like it?
I thought it was catchy. Like that whole part. Timmy talk. You know, like I can see that getting stuck in my head for the next little bit. But I can't say I noticed the hi-hats or like bringing down the high levels or any of that. Like,
all that engineering talk.
I was just like, yeah, you're absolutely right. Yeah.
What do you notice first, like when you listen to a song like that?
I think for me with a song like that, the vocals kind of stood out to me more than anything. Like I honestly can't say that I listened too much more than that with the song.
But that's a good point to make, because I think that's a common trend that's happening in like the last year. I've noticed it a lot with Selena Gomez, and a lot of her productions are super stripped down, like bass, maybe claps as well, and then it's just her voice. And then how simple the simplicity of the song lends itself for people just to listen to the vocal.
Even like bad example, but like one that we brought up before is, or not bad example, but like not my favorite song, I guess, is Look What You've Done, I guess. Isn't that song just bass and it's almost just like an 808 and then some drums? For a lot of the song, I think. But yeah, it's kind of, it's interesting because like it got to a point again where everything was really like overproduced. Like it just keeps on going in cycles like that, I think. I don't know, like it's kind of weird to say, but I feel like Drake's kind of sound has a lot to kind of do with that. Like I remember part of the reason I kind of started liking his music was just like sonically, like it was very like kind of sparse, but like still like just very like powerful because of that, and kind of like nocturnal sounding. And I think a lot of people kind of saw how he was able to make that catchy and sort of steered towards that sound. Because it just leaves a lot more room, like you said, for the artist to do what they want and like fill the space they need and kind of get across their message, as opposed to fighting with that horn part or that little synthesizer they added. You know, it's just like kind of just give them the bare bones just to belt it out and be sad on the song and stuff. So that's cool. I like that song. It's pretty, I don't know, where'd you say they're from? Montreal? French Canadian?
I'm not sure if they're French Canadian, but they're definitely a Canadian pop group. I'm not exactly sure where they're from specifically.
That's cool. I like this. I like the sound. It's pretty. I would say like ambient,
I just assumed that
poppy.
they're from Quebec because the label that they're signed with is based in Montreal, but that could be completely wrong.
That's true. That's true. You never know now, right? Like,
Yep. Another thing that I noticed that Dave Martin, one of our professors, talks about is the Brontosaurus production like technique. Did you do you remember that?
Yeah.
How it starts small and then just builds and builds and builds like a huge Brontosaurus.
Oh, okay.
No, I will.
So
No, picture like a brontosaurus. Picture like the tail to the head. That's what it's like.
Yeah.
Because it gets bigger.
And the chorus is very big, and then even when it drops down in dynamics again in the second verse, they add more stuff to make it interesting and different from the first verse, and then they just keep on adding stuff. That's pretty much the...
It sounds really well produced. Like I wasn't like totally like blown away by like the singer or anything.
Yep.
But it's just a well produced song and written.
Yep.
And like mixed perfectly for like I feel like the vibe they were going for.
Yep.
And I think like that kind of sets the song as like a good song for me. Like the vocalist doesn't have to be incredible over a song that sounds as good as that, because it just needs to fill in the kind of extra spaces that almost your mind would sing along to anyways if you were just you know. So it's cool.
Yep.
I'll probably listen to more of them
this week because we have Curtis on, and he is going to school to become a civil engineer. I thought we'd have a face-off in engineering knowledge and music production knowledge in a game called House Builder versus Beat Builder.
Oh.
So we'll go back and forth, asking each of you multiple choice questions. I'll ask Owen questions about civil engineering, and I'll ask Curtis songs about music production.
Questions about music production.
Yeah.
You said songs about music production.
So
I didn't even notice.
no. I'll ask each of you 5 songs. If one of you gets a question right,
You said it again.
sorry, I have songs on my brain. Okay, I'll ask each of you 5 questions.
Switching the rules up on me.
Yeah.
5 questions.
If you get a question wrong, if the other person can answer it right in the field that they're actually going to school for, they will get half a point.
Oh, okay.
So if I ask you an engineering question, you get it wrong,
and I answer
it right, yeah, you get half point.
Cool.
Okay.
Excellent.
Ready?
Sounds good.
Start with you, Owen.
Let's do it.
Okay. In mortar, the binding material is A, cement, B, sand, C, cinder. In mortar, the binding material is cement, sand, or cinder.
Cement.
That is correct. Good job. Nailed it.
Yeah.
Cool.
I was about to get half a point if you got it wrong.
Okay. Next question goes to Curtis. What does A&R stand for? Artist and research, artistic and reliable, artist and repertoire, artist and resources. A&R. Artist and research, artistic and reliable, artist and repertoire, artist and resources.
I want to say artist and resources.
Is that your final answer?
I mean, yeah, fine. We'll just stick with artist and resources.
That is wrong.
Oh.
It is, what is it, Owen?
Artist and repertoire.
Yes, it's C. Artist and repertoire. Owen takes the lead with 1.5 points. Okay.
So repertoire means like
The songs.
yeah.
The repertoire that someone
So
that
an
an
A&R
artist
for a
plays.
label is responsible for like finding artists and finding songs for their artists and stuff like
Cool.
that. Yeah.
Going back to Owen. The minimum water content in which the soil begins to crumble when rolled into 3 millimeter, a diameter of 3 millimeters is known as what? The plastic limit, the shrinkage limit, or the permeability limit? The minimum water content.
Permeability limit.
Wrong.
It's
Curtis?
3.2 millimeters, and it's the plastic limit.
Sorry. Yes, that's true. Yes, the plastic limit. Sorry, I didn't get the 0.2 in there.
It's okay. I just know that because that's on my exam tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's what I'm studying before we do this.
He's ready.
Okay, the score is 1.5 to 0.5. Back to Curtis. Which of these items will not affect a guitar sound when recording? Okay. The string size, amp choice, player, pickguard type, microphone choice.
Which will not?
Which will not? String size, amp choice, player, pickguard type, microphone choice.
Pickguard type.
Yes, that's correct. Tied it back up.
All right.
1.5 apiece. Going back to Owen. The ratio of shearing stress to shearing strain within elastic limit is known as shear modulus elasticity, bulk modulus elasticity, tangent modulus of elasticity. Ugh, that's a tongue twister. The ratio of shearing stress to shearing strain
Whichever one that you messed up on at the
is
end.
known as shear modulus of elasticity,
The last one.
bulk modulus of elasticity, or tangent modulus of elasticity.
The last one.
Last one, D, C, I guess. C? That is wrong. Curtis,
It's the modulus of elasticity.
which one? Shear or bulk or tangent?
Shear.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
How did you
How
even
you
come
were.
up with the fake answers?
I searched in civil engineering quiz, and then I just took questions from that. Yep.
I see.
Okay. Curtis takes the lead with 2
to
points.
2.5.
Okay. Another term for a bridge in a song is the change up, the refrain, the breakdown, the middle eighth. The change up, the refrain, the breakdown, the middle eighth.
Wait. I want to say the change up.
That is wrong. There are lots of change up in songs. There's change up every verse and of course. It's not the refrain either. A refrain is
Okay, refrain is my second answer, but
Sorry.
it was gonna be wrong either way, so it doesn't even matter.
Owen, sorry.
You're kind of wrong because it's just the middle 8.
Yeah.
It's not middle 8th.
Sorry.
It's middle 8 because it means middle 8 bars.
Yeah.
In the middle of the song.
Yeah.
It's the middle 8.
It's my bad. My bad.
That's hard though, because like all those are kind of also used to say bridge, sort of. But like middle 8's like the most proper term. Like a traditional like composer would be like, the song needs a middle 8.
Breakdown's like a solo, which
That's true.
which can be a bridge.
That's true.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like if I answered that, would I have gotten
No, you
any credit?
no. Tied back up again. Owen, an aircraft is flying in an atmosphere of 30 degrees Celsius with a speed of
I think mine
1,260
is so much harder.
kilometers per hour. An aircraft is flying in an atmosphere of 30 degrees Celsius with a speed of 1,260 kilometers per hour. Its speed is known as subsonic, sonic, or Mach. Incorrect.
Wow, swear right there.
What is it? Subsonic, sonic, or Mach?
It's flying how fast?
1,260 kilometers per hour.
What are the options? I haven't studied kinematics in a while.
Subsonic, sonic, or Mach.
Sonic.
It's true.
Excellent.
Nice guess.
Man, I was so close with the sub.
Yep.
How much more questions?
3 more. 2 for you, Owen. 1 for Curtis. Curtis is leading by 0.5. Last time if we kept the score right. What is a sunset clause? A contractual term that results in a manager getting paid after they are fired, the specified time of day a studio is legally required to shut down for the night, a live music agreement for operating hours, an agreement between band members and any member and that any member can quit at any time. An agreement that between band members that any member can quit at any time. Sunset clause.
I want to say the band one.
The band one. D. An agreement between band members
Yeah.
that any members can quit at any time. That is incorrect.
Incorrect.
Owen?
I think it was A. Repeat them again.
A is a contractual term that results in a manager getting paid after they're
Oh
fired.
yeah, because it's a club.
Yeah. If you fire your manager, there's a sunset clause.
Which means like they're like responsible for like some of your income for the next
They get-
certain amount.
They get
Well, it depends.
But usually they
for
get
the
a
next
percent
12
of their,
months, 18 months.
It depends on the contract, but they still get a percentage of your revenue after you fire them, because they are responsible for it even if they're not directly working for you. Here we go, Owen. You could clinch here if you get this right. I think you could be up by 1.5 and then
It's done.
Yep.
Okay, let's see.
Over.
Curtis can't come back with a final question.
Okay, this
Here we
gas
go.
better be worth it.
A joule is the unit of work, force, power, or torque.
C power.
Power? Incorrect.
Force. It's force.
You're already wrong.
No.
A joule is a unit of
Work.
work. It's true.
What?
Yep.
Work?
Yeah.
Work.
Nah, man. Really?
Yeah.
Acceleration over distance. Does that work?
It's kinematics.
Yeah.
I haven't done kinematics in a while. I
Okay.
just remember.
Work.
So you were down by 0.5, I think.
Yeah, because you said he would have gone up by 1.5.
Oh, maybe it's tied now. Yeah, it's tied.
Okay.
It's tied again, I think.
Okay.
You should have been keeping score, Owen.
So how do we do this? I don't know. I'm keeping score.
Okay, if he gets this, then he wins. If he doesn't get this and you get it, then you win.
All right.
Ready?
So.
Okay.
Okay.
What EQ filter would be used to remove low frequency rumble from a sound? A notch filter, bell filter, high pass filter, low pass filter. Notch
I would like to
filter,
phone a friend.
bell filter. Sorry, that's not an option in this game. High pass filter or low pass filter.
Low pass filter.
The low pass filter is incorrect.
High pass filter.
It's true.
What? It's a low. It's like a low rumbling sound. What? I don't understand.
A low pass filter lets the high frequencies pass.
No.
That's okay. Okay. If you really want to get technical,
A low pass filter lets the low frequencies
yes.
pass. You said the opposite.
Did I? A high pass frequency
It's real.
lets the high frequencies pass.
I said high pass because we're getting rid of low.
Yes.
So I'm letting the highs pass and getting rid of the lows.
Yes.
Yes.
It's sort of backwards.
But no, it's like high pass.
Yeah.
That's why I think of it.
It's because when you filter something out,
Right.
there's a thing called the pass band. It's just a group of frequencies that you aren't affecting at all. That's called the pass band. So if the pass band is high, then you're filtering out all the low end. And if the pass band is low, like a low pass filter,
Yeah.
all the high frequency is being.
It's pretty intense, man.
That was close. Good job there, Owen.
Game.
I won?
With the
Yeah.
W.
Is that your first W?
Are you kidding?
I don't know. I just know you've had some rough luck.
I beat Anella.
It's true.
I think I beat Luke.
Are you undefeated?
No.
No.
I thought
No, George is, he's some trouble beating George.
George is undefeated. George, because you
Oh,
make
man.
games like tailored to George. We gotta get George back on here.
Okay, I did have a tiebreaker question ready, and I just want to see if you can get it. So each of you will give a guess of a number, and whoever is closest to wins something imaginary. How many Lego bricks are there per person on planet Earth? So for each person, how many Lego bricks are there?
Does a Lego brick refer to like a single brick?
block,
Oh, okay.
yeah. How many Lego bricks are there per person on planet Earth? Curtis?
That's a solid question. I just need a second. I'm trying to think of how many are in like a box, right? I don't know. I'm gonna say 220 bricks
Per person.
per person.
Owen? Do you think that's more? Do you think there's more or less?
What was that? 220?
Yep.
There's more.
More? You are incorrect. There's 62 Lego blocks per person. 62. That's a lot, though. That's 400 billion Lego blocks
Yeah.
that
I
have
thought there'd be
been
way
made.
more. I thought there'd be that many made like a day.
I mean, that's,
No, it's fair for you to think that, man. I was gonna say higher, but I was like,
yeah.
I don't know.
There's so many.
Yeah.
Yep.
I feel like there's 1 million in my little brother's basement alone.
That's what I mean. Like I'm thinking alone of how much I have in my house.
How much I have.
Yeah.
too,
It's
you know?
like-
But you know, there
It's
are
probably a lot.
people, they're poor little people in third world countries that don't have access to Lego blocks.
Yeah.
You know? Getting real serious for you.
Well, guys, let's just take a time to really focus on some real
Some people
issues.
don't have Lego blocks, okay?
All right. I know.
Okay, we're going to finish off the podcast with some music recommendations. Mine for this week is a song called 16 by Thomas Rhett. The song came out, actually it hasn't been released yet as a single, off of his album Life Changes. That was released this year.
Sweet. Mine's a recommendation from a artist on Top Dog Entertainment. Sir is his name. He was signed last year. He's
How's that spelled?
just SIR.
Okay.
The S and R are big, the I are little. The S and R are big, the I is little.
Yep.
And he just released a couple songs today. One of them was called Something Foreign, featuring Schoolboy Q, who is another TDE label mate. So I'm liking that song. They're like my favorite label right now, probably, with SZA, Kendrick.
Curtis?
I would recommend the song "Blood on Me" by Sampha. It's a song that Owen put me on
that's
to.
true.
Yeah. We were going to the mall one time, and he had it on in his truck, and I was like, "What is this?" It's great. I don't know. I just love the way the track sounds. It's very clean. Very, I don't know.
Sampha's
So listen.
dope.
Yeah.
Sampha's dope.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Sweet. That'll do it for this episode of the Music PRODcast. Thanks for coming on, Curtis.
Anytime.
Dope.
Yeah, we'll see you next week.
Thank you.